Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Fiery Moon, and I'm here to do the daily oracle message for August 3rd. This is a general oracle reading, so it's not tied to any specific zodiac sign. Just a check on the energy for today, seeing what's going on in and around the collective. Seeing what messages need to come through for today. You guys already know, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that time and energy is fluid, although I am, pulling on the current energies depending on where you're at in the timeline. Like I always say, this could be energy you have already went through, energy that may be to come for you, or energy that you're presently going through right now. So just take what resonates and leave the rest, and if it's not resonating, then it's just not your story today. But let's see what's going on. What messages do we need for the collective in regards to the energy for today? Is still in Gemini, Sun in Leo, so we'll see how this week's story or energy is flowing along. So bottom of the deck, it wasn't the bottom of the deck yesterday, but it did come out. We have Soul Family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So for some of you, what I'm feeling is like you're either connecting or wanting still. It's almost like still that sense of connection that we were picking up on yesterday, wanting, that connection, sensing. Some of you may even be sensing a connection. For some of you, it could be in regards to like divine counterparts, because I am getting like the Lover's energy off of this card, and up under that we have M Rama. Where are you being called to journey to? So some of you may be feeling like the energy of being pulled towards a person, place, or thing. It does feel like it may be a person for some of you. That's why I said it does feel like kind of counterpartish or twin flames. And if you're part of that collective, you would already know. But it almost feels like, I feel like magnets. Like a magnetic energy, whether that's going on just within you and yourself, or between you and another person, because I do feel like you're being pulled towards another person, or they're being pulled towards you. It's like you're almost calling each other in. I feel like, it is, some of you may be single, calling in a relationship, so that, especially with the Imrama card, it says, where are you being called to journey to? And I feel like if it's a person, you're being called to, embark like on a new beginning, a new journey with this person. It's almost like they play a part in their path and you play a part in theirs, because then up under that we have birthing a new age. which says birthing new creations, dreaming a world into being. So yeah, I do feel like either you're calling them in or they're calling you in. But that's the energy that I am feeling. But let's see what comes out. What messages do we need for today? Oh, that's too many. But the mirror card was on top, so this can definitely, like I said, be for twin flames, soulmate, counterparts, whatever. Some of you are being called to create something with another person. Let's see. Give me less cards, please. Messages do we need for the collective in regards to the energy for today? Less cards, they're just giving me so many cards. What's going on? So what came out? We have the birth in a new age and the Imrama card came out. The sisterhood of the rose, which, you know, this was the overall energy yesterday and it's coming out as the center energy today. And then we have a deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. And when I just picked up this card, I just felt like an energy of home. It almost feels like, especially with this that came out yesterday, in regards to whether you're being looked at as a healer, teacher, or guide, or if, you know, you're needing to accept that energy. It's almost like it's your soul calling out to you. And if it's another person that's looking at you in this energy, it's because you feel like home to them. Like, I almost feel like a safe haven. I've never had, and I've had this deck for a long time, I've never had this deep replenishment card come out, so I am going to read it. But up under the bottom of that, we have, or the bottom of the deck, we have Starseed. What lights you up? So for some of you, this is in regards to, you know, like your inspiration. Some of you, you know, if you're coming into these gifts and you're not sure of how to step into the acceptance of that, the reason why it's happening is because you're here to create something, you know, to share with the world. And you may just need to do, you know, a little bit more healing with the deep replenishment card so that you can, you know, fully step into this sisterhood of the rose energy. And that could even, you know, be with, you know, aligning yourself with other spiritual healers, teachers, guides, and things of that sort. But it's, you know, because you're, how can I put with the starseed? Like, star seeds are considered to be here to raise the consciousness of, Earth. So, what lights you up is like, it's kind of like you have to shine, like you're here to shine your light. So again, even with that, some of you are maybe needing to rest and rejuvenate and heal to step into the full acceptance of this. But if you're on the other side of this and you're already in this teacher, healer, guide, mystic, high priest or priestess energy, you're being looked at as a source of inspiration. And, for some of you, it is a particular person that views you as like a source of comfort and like refuge and like, I feel like you may be like their go-to person. And they're being like almost divinely guided towards you. And for some of you, like I said, if you're on that side of acceptance, we have the Get Grounded card, which says empaths, highly sensitives, and connect with nature. So some of you just need to, maybe meditate, actually, ground your energy so that you can, I'm not even going to say so that you can be ready, but so that you're in a comfortable place to take on this role, if that's how it's playing out for you. Because you're being, there's like almost an initiation process. It says rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So some of you are being initiated into your soul family. And just like I said, to share your voice, share your light with the share your voice card. It says come out of the cane, persecution, and expression. It's like you have to, well, you don't have to, but you're here to do, or the time is now for you to do what you came here to do. And like I said, I did feel that energy of that home feeling. We have Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, and the original light workers. So there's that energy. So let's see, I'm gonna look at Imrama. Tell me about Imrama. Because that'll let me know, like, where you, that energy of where you're being pulled to. Yeah. And what came out clarifying in Rama was the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So it's almost like following your soul's calling, going towards where your soul is calling you, whether that's a person, place, or thing. And in order for you to do that, it says inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So it's by tapping into your heart chakra, following where your heart is leading you. What's Sisterhood of the Rose? Tell me about Sisterhood of the Rose. Look, your spirit is like not playing. They are trying to get the message through to somebody, like to follow what they're feeling, because these came out yesterday as well. Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations in the divine plan. And yes, just say yes. And I've shuffled these cards after the reading and before I did this one today. Like, I've shuffled these cards. And so clarifying that sisterhood of the rose, it's like you just have to truly just, it's like you're almost trying to resist this. Like you're trying to fight your destiny. And the more you fight, the harder, you know, it like almost becomes. It's like you have to come into acceptance of it. And I say that because it says, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And it's like, because you don't know if you're going to have this support. You don't know what your why, or, you know, who, what, when, why, and where you're being called or being pulled to do this. It's like, if you knew, would you do it? You have to learn faith. By trusting where you're being led. Because with keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So you have like your angels, your ancestors, spirit team, all around you to assist you through this. You just have to trust. You just have to trust your path. Well, let's look at this deep replenishment, and I'm going to read that as well. Tell me about this deep replenishment. Give me one more for deep replenishment. Because for some of you, it's like, it's almost like also like a fear of being alone, fear of abandonment, fear that if you follow this, like you're gonna be like left or something if it's a person. And if it's all just going on within you, it's like what you need to heal within you is that fear of abandonment. And it's like you don't trust yourself. But clarifying that the deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held, we got the keepers of the earth, which we just seen, which says you are not alone, ancient ancestors stand beside you. And then we have answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And that's the energy that I just said. And it's like, have fun, play, like have that, it's almost like have that childlike wonder. Don't go into this situation, you know, fearing the worst, afraid you're going to be alone, not trusting yourself. Step into that childlike wonder. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious with the play card. And then up under that, we have the mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So if there could be a person, place, or thing that is, you know, triggering like almost like a past trauma within you. But it's so that you can go ahead and heal the past trauma if this is, you know, just all going on internally within you. If you feel like you're being called towards someone, or someone maybe being pulled or, you know, guided to come to you, it's because they're your reflection. So it's almost like for some of you, they're triggering you in a way to help you elevate. And it's almost like you guys may need to elevate together. This may be, like I said, I feel like there's something that needs to create it if you're dealing with another person, with the two of you. And then up under that, we have priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So we have that as well. But I'm going to read this deep replenishment card. Like I said, I've never had that one come out. So I want to see what the book says. I know what I felt off of it intuitively. So let's see what the book says. So it says, deep replenishment, rest, or retreat, rest, be held. The most selfless thing you can do is fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half full, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. This is that fear of abandonment energy. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you are running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is your body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What fuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxury essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a woman's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. And then the Work Your Light action says, do something that deeply replenishes you today. So for some of you, someone is, looking at you, or you're looking at them like a source of, like I said, that comfort, that home, that safe haven energy. That's how they're seeing you. And some of them, it's because they see you like that, and now it's like almost like the universe is trying to align you all, because you may have to you may be teaching this person something. And if this is all going on within you, it's like you need to take a rest and, allow what, whether it's, you're coming online and tapping into these gifts. When you awaken, the first step of the spiritual journey is like learning that self-love, learning how to fill your own cup. You're being called to do it. You feel it. But there's a fear of being alone, not being supported in whatever you're doing. And you have to get over that fear and stop looking for like outside validation. Alright, so what's the guidance or advice in regards to this energy and spread for today, for the collective? Call on your spirit guides. They're clearly trying to connect with you and get your attention. We have the Soul Family card again, which says call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. That fear of abandonment is that lack mentality and perception that's going on within you. You're not alone, because it says it's time for you to step into that energy, and with the share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution and expression. We are in Leo season, which is the lion, and it's the energy of expressing yourself, allowing yourself to. It's also that playful energy. I'm gonna get one more just because that keeps coming out. Let me see if there's any other additional messages for the collective. But it's having that courage, standing tall, being confident. The lion is the king of the jungle. Give me one more for guidance or advice, please, Spirit. Yeah. So it says Council of Light is divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. You have help. even if it's, you can't see it physically. For some of you, it may be a physical person. For some of you, it's an ancestor or a guide that's trying to, connect with you. And for some of you, it is your spirit guides just telling you, like, it's okay. We're here for your help. For, to help you. We're here for you to call on. You don't have to see us to know that we're here. It's like you have to just have that faith. Because it says the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits in your soul tribe. You're being... It's like I feel like they're knocking on your, like, your third eye, your crown chakra. Like, that's what I feel. Intuitive hits. You're getting it. It's like, but you don't want to acknowledge it. Yeah, it's like you're trying to fight fate, and it's like, like I just get the energy of like trying to battle with the universe and God. And I don't think you're gonna win that war. Alright, so that is the oracle message for today. For the collective. So it's still, the alignments are still the same from yesterday. So that's even giving me like an idea of, doing these readings. I do want to do them every day because, all different types of messages come through. But I am starting to notice that depending on when I do the readings and how, because like I said, the moon is the only thing that moves every 2 to 3 days. And like I said, most of these cards came out in yesterday's reading, but the alignments have been pretty steady for right now. The moon moves into Cancer either later today or tomorrow, later tonight or tomorrow. So there should be a little shift in the daily tomorrow, but clearly like that energy of home, with it, the early remnants of it transiting into that Cancer moon is already showing up with that deep replenishment, because that is water. Even though, I do feel like that Four of Swords energy as well, it is giving me like a lot of that watery, homey, comfort, wanting, to be held vibe. And that is, Cancer energy. So yeah, that's the oracle reading for today. And as always, I thank you for tuning in with me. And I will see you guys all on the next one. All right? Later.